Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's game 2 here of our losers finals in DreamLeague Season 11. Gonna be the two powerhouses, Virtus.Pro and Fnatic here. Fnatic getting away with the pretty convincing game 1 as the early game dominance they displayed and the early parts of their tournament really starting to show and be more polished, more clean. As let's just get right into it. Uh, Oops. But
Five
yeah,
seconds
getting
remaining.
the first fan phase here for
Radiant
both
team ban.
teams. If we're gonna talk about a little bit about the early game or about last game, I would say I think I liked both teams' drafts. I don't like
Player
the
team
way that
ban.
things shaped out for Virtus.Pro. I think they could have spent a lot of more time thinking about what they could have done
Radiant team's
to
turn to
fight in the
ban.
early game rather
Dire
than
team's
just give it
turn
up
to ban.
completely.
Radiant team ban.
Want to see a different type of strategy.
Dire team ban.
Um, as both teams really just zooming through this first ban phase here. Wow. Pretty. I think it's pretty much the same as last game. Yeah. Oracle banned out. Oh, actually, the Oracle was different. Instead of the. What was it? I'm not sure. I actually forgot. I can't remember. Dear me. That's
Ten
crazy.
seconds remaining.
But the Oracle gonna get banned out this time, leaving Fnatic with
Five
a
seconds remaining.
different pick they have to make for the position 5. So we'll see at least one different hero guaranteed this game. Hopefully, we see a lot of different other different heroes, but maybe Fnatic are comfortable with running the same strategy they were going last game. Should should have some different heroes obviously since the Oracle gets banned, but we'll see if they try to do the same thing as they are taking a little more time on this ban. Trying to buy some time here. As Virtus.Pro do have
Radiant
the first
team's
pick.
turn to pick.
Think about what might be super important to make sure they don't get in the first pick, as Virtus.Pro are denied the Bat Rider here. Bat Rider being a pretty nice pick overall. Available as a flex pick towards both mid and
Dire team's turn to pick.
off, or no, not mid. I'd say more off lane and position 4 support. So that gets locked out. The option instead for Virtus.Pro
Dire
pick is
team's
going to
turn
be
to
the Nyx
Radiant team's
Assassin.
turn to go.
That most likely going to be a position 4. Overall strong with the Vendetta allows you to set up for vision as well as roam and
Radiant
secure
team's turn to
kills
ban.
pretty consistently. The the draft going really by fast as the Pangolier and Shadow Shaman pick are the response. The puck gonna picked up as a counter for Virtus.Pro, seemingly very fast as they really don't take too much time to decide on that. It being the obvious counter, I guess. But Fnatic are gonna go for that. Pretty much switching the sides here
Ten
in
seconds remaining.
what was ran last game.
Five
As
seconds
the puck
remaining.
pick gonna most likely be mid here. Wouldn't be surprised to see it potentially in the
Dire
off lane
team's turn to
as
ban.
either the 3 or 4. That is something to think about. It's something to think about. But the second wave of bans is here as Lone Druid gets locked out. Lone Druid banned last game. Like I said from last game, it is a very well-rounded hero. Basically enables it to be a pretty safe laning option for most roles, both the off lane as well as the
Ten
mid being the
seconds
most
remaining.
prominent of the available roles for Lone Druid. But still can get flexed
Five
around to
seconds
safe every
remaining.
now and then. But yeah, I mean, the bear just being a pretty good tool to push all on your lonesome. It just enables you, like the Spirit Bear with that level 25 talent too, is a really good late game option as well. But the bear's pretty consistent in terms of battle power throughout the game, and it is a really nice option. So first, pro decide to lock that out, make sure that no one picks that up on the side of Fnatic, because Fnatic using more of their reserve
Radiant
time
team
here.
ban.
Finally deciding on the Darkseer ban. Going to be that off lane locked out for them. Denying a pretty easy laner, I'd say, as well as just a pretty good laner for them overall. Denying the, yeah, they're denying the synergy with Puck with the vacuum drain coil. That's probably the one of the more
Ten
dangerous
seconds
combos
remaining.
that could happen to Fnatic here. But
5 seconds remaining.
we'll see what Virtus.Pro are thinking about as they go into reserve time for the next ban here. Most likely should be a off lane ban here again. Fnatic are probably going to be picking that up next, but being the second to last ban for them for this game, it could also be time to focus on other things like the safe lane possibly from Fnatic. The PA obviously being a very dangerous threat in the early game against Virtus.Pro, and I think that's one of the more potent heroes that's good against them, especially against the Magnus comp. So maybe they wouldn't lock out the Magnus. I don't think Fnatic are opting
Dire
for that
team
this
ban.
game, but yeah, doesn't look like Virtus.Pro thinks so either as they go with that Shadow Demon ban. Another support locked out, surprisingly enough. I think they just need it for, or I think they just like the fact that disruption saves people. So Virtus.Pro are gonna keep that away from Fnatic and make sure there's nothing saving them. So potentially, I think
10
Virtus.Pro are
seconds
gonna be
remaining.
aggressive this game. I think it's the game Virtus.Pro start to be aggressive a little earlier on.
5 seconds
Puck
remaining.
pretty much forces them to in a way. No one can kind of play it safely, but Puck really thrives in constant fighting as soon as he gets level 6 Dream Coil. So hopefully we'll see Virtus.Pro take a different change of pace here against Fnatic, but we'll see. We'll see.
Dire team's turn to
As the
pick.
last man turns out to be the
Radiant
Terrorblade
team's
for
turn to
Fnatic
pick.
here, locking that long late game carry
Dire
option
team's
available for
turn to
them.
pick.
Fnatic go for the Disruptor pack as a response. Turns out to be the Chen. Surprisingly, not high priority on the picks for either team, as it does come out. It being a nice position 5 pick for laning generally. The the conversion, just allowing you to take control of the jungle creeps and
10
pretty much use
seconds
it as
remaining.
both presence either in your safe lane to keep lane pressure, make sure your carry gets
5
enough time,
seconds remaining.
or over to mid in some instances where we saw a nice, neat game of
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Harpy Chain Lightning sitting in mid
Phantom
lane
assassin.
against an Alchemist mid. I think that one game they played it. It was a good choice. I liked it. Pretty good performance overall as Fnatic decided to stick with that Phantom Assassin for this game. Losing out on the Magnus in power potential, but that was a position 3 pick, so it didn't really affect them too much. But it did help them snowball their lead, so it'll be interesting to see how Fnatic differ in terms of both
10
their item
seconds
builds as well
remaining.
as their approach to this game here and their timing on their power
5
spikes.
seconds remaining.
We'll see though, as haven't touched much on the Disruptor pick. I think it's okay. Static Storm as well as Glimpse are both pretty good
Dire
options
team's
to
turn to
Catapult Puck,
ban.
especially if he already uses Phase Shift. So that'll be interesting to see how that works out as Virtus.Pro defy my expectations and instead offer the late game Spectre. Oof. I mean, it makes sense. I kind of misread it from the puck pick, thinking that Virtus.Pro were going to be aggressive for their whole composition. That's not really super feasible, as they do still kind of need that late game presence
10
to
seconds
contend with
remaining.
that PA. So the Spectre pick is going to be the one as the late game kind of
5
clincher
seconds
for
remaining.
Virtus.Pro. Might potentially see like an offlaner with some good team fighting potential in order to help support their late game, but with the Puck Spectre, it's not looking too bad, I think, overall. Fnatic,
Radiant
though,
team ban.
I can't really make too much sense of it. I like the Disruptor against Spectre and Puck since it has the potential to deny them their entry, though Puck will, in many cases, get his spells off almost instantaneously, so it might just be a get out of jail free card for him. We'll see. Kinetic Field has also the opportunity to have a Thunderstrike to be very aggressive in lane,
10
though
seconds
you'll be
remaining.
hard pressed to find a PA who can really do a ton of damage before
5
level 6,
seconds
so
remaining.
I'm not sure. Um, we'll see how the lanes pan
Radiant
out.
team's
I
turn to pick.
expect, in all likelihood, I'll probably expect. Nah, I can't really say. But let's talk about these bans actually. Last wave of bans going to be for the offlaners here as the Madness gets locked out by Virtus.Pro. Gonna make sure that Fnatic don't take that late game option, though it is pretty late in the game to try and go for that. Maybe Fnatic were trying to sneak it through, but that was
10 seconds
unsuccessful.
remaining.
So Fnatic off to ban out the Tide Hunter, another late game team fighting option as I mentioned earlier
5
that would be
seconds
useful
remaining.
to propping up their late game and making so they're not as reliant on those two. Just really need a tanky guy to help with the Spectre, right? Just kind of start fights off so that the Spectre can use Haunt to maximum efficiency. Who knows? And he's also going to be the uh, one of the pivotal members, I think, for fighting since the Chen is kind of gets locked out. Not really much participation. He's really put those buffs on people right during fights, as well as maybe has a couple jungle creeps and stuff like that. Perhaps a Centaur for a brief stun or a Satyr for a nice little chunk of damage, or something like that. I think my favorite might be the Dark Troll Summoner with the root. That's pretty good. As Both teams going in the last picks here should be off lane on the sides of both, I think, as is most likely going to be Pangolier mid here up against the puck. Not sure how it should go, as the Dream Coil should pretty much just be used to deny the Rolling Thunder. So we'll probably see the puck hitting it after Rolling Thunder is
Dire
committed,
team's turn to pick.
if you're being like perfectly honest. But ooh, Necrophos is going to be the choice for Virtus.Pro here as the offlaner. As I think I like it this game. I think I do actually kind of like it here this game. No, never mind. Hold on. Yeah, now that I look at the supports from Fnatic, I'm not sure. Kinetic Field too with like
10
Glimpse,
seconds remaining.
Shackles, Hex, all that stuff to just keep Necrophos in place so that he
5
can't
seconds
go
remaining.
Shroud and be as efficient as possible is a potentially very dangerous situation for him. We'll see how much attention he garners though. As Virtus.Pro kind of left with a lineup that is very reliant on not getting CC'd. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out there for them. More so relying on that pickoff with the Scythe from the Necrophos. We'll see what the response here is from Fnatic, as it in all likelihood may just be Pangolier mid. That will be an unfortunate scenario that Abed might have to deal with, but I mean, you really want Abed to be on something that has a higher skill cap, right? And has more potential to carry. So, what's the good choice against Puck? Potentially Dragon Knight here? That's usually Abed's go-to counter, right? Could also go TA. I think TA is decent against Puck too. So see what he decides to commit to. Ooh,
Templar
this is going to be
Assassin.
the
Your
Templar
hero.
Assassin from Abed. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think I don't like it against Nyx Assassin. I think it's okay against Necrophos because the Psy Blades can still potentially do damage to him. And you know, Meld is pretty useful here, allowing him to hide, as well as the Refraction enables him to not die to a lot of burst if he does get it off in time, which he should most of the time. As ooh, actually looks turns out to be the Necrophos mid from no one here, instead opting for an easier potential laning phase. Yeah, I think they were leaving the puck pick to be available for the mid laner, but in all actuality, it's gonna be that last pick mid to make sure or well, is also gonna be a potential flex pick picked out at the end to make sure that you have the option to swap out if Fnatic decide to run the mid lane Pangolier or a counter pick as opposed to that. So lane assignment's going to be pretty typical here, I think, other than the Necrophos going mid rather than the puck. But Pasha going to be in the off lane with that puck. Going to be partnered together with Roger. As Solo goes together with Ramses, we'll see how that Spectre play pans out in that lane. Speaking of that lane, we'll be looking at Fnatic's off lane. Ice together with DJ. Pangolier, ooh, I'm not too sure how that works against a Spectre. I'm not too sure because the Chen really makes him a lot easier, or the Chen makes it a lot harder for the Spectre to die, right? But Spectre doesn't really fight well without like an aggressive support. Not too sure. We'll see how it pans out though. I say that too much. I want I want a different phrase. I hope I get proven wrong here. I hope I get proven wrong here. But yeah, gonna get into game two here again. As we mentioned earlier, potential for Fnatic here to go for a quick 2-0 and advance to the grand finals, but it is going to be the grand finals online here. Virtus.Pro potentially in their last game. Looks like the lack of the hero chat wheel making it a little sad for Abed. Perhaps the fury from last game was just because they couldn't use their voice lines. That would be the key to winning here. Was we get into this game. Lane assignments look pretty normal from Fnatic here. It's gonna be interesting to see how this lane from the Pangolier pans out against the Spectre. It's not really a matchup you see too often, so I'm excited to see it. Ice gonna come up in the high ground here and spot Solo, who uses spells that I'm not familiar with. So we'll just take a look. Penitence makes them slower
Who
and
could turn away from this battle?
makes allies attack the enemy target more quickly. Okay, that's cool. Divine Favor gonna be there to buff people up, give them more heal,
30 seconds
more
to
regen,
battle.
as well as more attack damage. The Holy Persuasion gonna be for the creeps, as well as the Hand of God just being the global heal. Okay, got that committed to memory now for the rest of my life. But let's take the lane assignments here from Virtus.Pro. Seems to be the usual. Yeah. Fnatic actually potentially looking to contest this boundary rune here on the bottom lane, as Virtus.Pro potentially looked to do the same on the opposite side of the map. Ramsey's going to drop his stout shield as a little bait, but Ice is going to be the one to try and make the claim here. Divine Favor going to go out onto Ramses, but yep, he's going to be the one to pick that up, as Ice is just going to make a hasty exit. Even trades except for Pasha, who actually manages to get the both bounty runes top side. Ooh, that's not good, but yeah. 3 for 1 then for Virtus.Pro. Favor to them. I mean, the lanes to look out for. Hopefully this PA lane goes well, because that's what they're going to need. Pasha and Roger have a good amount of like bursts, but it scales worse, or it scales better as the game goes on, especially for the puck. But yeah, hopefully Jabs doesn't die. I think you'd be hard pressed to have MP die in this lane since he does the blink strike, but I mean the stun with the impale makes it possible. His aggression is going to be traded across from both sides here. This lane though, I don't think the Pangolier really has a chance at killing the Spectre, especially if the Spectre does well and kind of just gets some regen before he commits to the Radiant Spy. Will be noted, however, that it is possible for Ramses to go for something like a Diffusal build this game. I can see it happening possibly, but the Radiance is going to be most likely the optimal choice, since TA and Phantom Assassin are both heroes that rely on right clicks, and they are the most damage available on Virtus.Pro's side. Or, sorry, Fnatic side. Ooh, is actually the Pangolin proven to be a pretty decent choice. Swashbuck will place in some pressure on the lane as Fnatic really just trained across all lanes, looking to fight as much as they can. Health bars Virtus.Pro looking a lot lower than everyone else. Excited to see how this lane shapes out. I mean, really, like realistically, Abed should have the advantage most of the time, right? If he plays well and gets good side blade hits off on no one, like there's not much no one can do other than continuously go for death posts. We'll see. Stop saying it. Stop saying it. I need to stop. It may stop. It's a bad habit, but yeah. It'll be dependent upon how good no one is with his TA. I mean, a pretty good player overall, so we shouldn't have to worry about that too much, though. As lanes are pretty boring overall. Looks like Virtus.Pro really have the advantage in terms of which supports can be aggressive, I think. It's pretty dead even here, though, as Solo can kind of really get matched by DJ. DJ, ooh, nice pullback to deny the pull from Solo. Excellent move there. Roger, not as lucky there. Going to just try and get his last hits to claim instead. Unlucky though, as he doesn't manage to get any. He's gonna get one. There you go. That's good for you. Get one again. There you go. Nice. Alright, but yeah. What are we gonna expect? Like, who's gonna come out the gate first? It has to be the Pangolier, right? The Pangolier's gonna come out first. The Puck's probably gonna come out soon after. But those are currently going to be the main people to look for in this early to mid game. Roger also going to be a key player once he gets his ulti, but it's going to be at a later time compared to those two. So yeah, it'll be dependent upon them. Both of their ultis are really influential in early game skirmishes and have a high potential to lock down kills. So yeah. Oh, this Chen pick really making it hard for Fnatic to really make a dent on the Spectre. It's a nice choice overall. Making sure the Spectre gets out of lane pretty worry-free. They're gonna need it though. Like if this Spectre dies after like having a nice laning phase for so long, it's gonna be pretty disastrous if Ramses hoards all his gold and suddenly loses it. That's gonna be the thing to watch out for though, is if things go the way Abed wants and he gets the pressure and manages to get a kill off no one. Either that or he just takes control of mid completely and gets the tower really early. That's the ideal scenario anyways for Abed. As he makes out a deny there. Yeah, I mean that's what Virtus.Pro are gonna wait for. Or no, Virtus.Pro are gonna wait for you have to wait for the puck, right? You wait for the puck as well as Scythe from the mid laner. Solo potentially a bit of trouble here. They either shot to go the shack, we're gonna put him pretty low. Unfortunately, Ice will not go with Swashbuckle. Finally off cooldown now for him. His Solo does manage to pop his salve. Get out of there. Looking pretty good overall, I'd say. Are they? They might have been using the Divine Favor together with the Tango regen too. maximize it. That'd be cool. Didn't take note of that as Jab's in a bit of a crazy position. Roger trying to go for the kill, but the wand is there to make sure he stays alive. Roger gonna use the spike here to try to escape there, but the blink strike is there. Tia with the thunder strike gonna lock that down as MP potentially pressure Posh here off the rune. Posh is just gonna leave it there as Fnatic do manage to get 3 this time in favor of them. Looks like a pretty even trade from 0 to 5 minutes. But Fnatic with that 1 kill, gonna put them in the lead there. As first blood is picked up from them. Oh, Jabs being really risky here going up into the secret shop looking for some vision potentially. Maybe just probably looking to deny himself. Yeah, he's expecting someone to try and pick him up here as he just walks in the tower. Lets himself die. Some gold goes over the way of Virtus.Pro, but not really much overall. As Virtus.Pro trying to maybe take advantage of the absence of the support here. Roger potentially, nope, never mind, not going for that impale. Options to just hold it. This Pasha should probably look for a veil, I think, this time around for him. Solo. What does he got? He's got the Purge with the Satyr Banisher. So that allows him to slow people down. It's going to be pretty useful. Okay, with the Spectral Dagger, going to go out on the DJ. DJ immediately commits his TP scroll. So that's going to keep him safe. But that's not always going to keep him safe as he doesn't have the cooldowns to do that every time. We'll see how that combo works out in the next minute or so while that TP is still on cooldown. Ooh, it does actually pick up his mana boost, so good on him to escape that there before he wastes his gold. As the aggression going to go out on the MP. Just showing you how this lane's going to shape out. The return fire, though, from MP. Taylor Jab's going to lock them in the kinetic field. The blink strike together with the stifling dagger going to lock him for a good amount of time. That last hit's going to pick him up. Gold the way of MP there, so good gold for your hard carry. Virtus.Pro kind of slipping up there and giving away another free kill. Yeah, not too good. Let's take a look at how the lanes are going. Oppen in the lead, but no one. Pretty much keeping even. Yep, in terms of last hits. Ramsey's going to be slightly ahead of MP, but MP does also have the kill, so he should be up in net worth. The offlaner is pretty even down respectively. Let's take a look at gold. Here's, yeah. Ooh, no one actually in a bit of a lead. Does he have the more last hits? No? So how did he get the gold? Not too sure. I mean, he's really not too far ahead. It's like 100 gold difference, so could possibly just be the fact that he didn't waste as much gold on consumables or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it seems pretty dead even from my point of view right now. Fnatic do have the slight advantage with those kills, but I mean, everyone's waiting for their skills for their power spikes. Abed does have Psionic Trap available, so he can make passive ganks, but really is just looking for some extra damage before he decides to do so. Does really need some CC from the rest of his team members as well, so he's going to leave DJ to farm some mid, get some experience up, using that Ether Shock. Another nice thing about Shadow Shaman with the Ether Shock allows him to clear waves quickly, which, as a byproduct, lets him split push quickly too as well. Not only just push towers fast with Serpent Wards, but clear waves, yeah, with the Ether Shock, as I mentioned earlier. Poshar now going to be victim with the level 6 PAs. MP probably going to be aggressive every turn at this point now, as Roger going for the long wraparound here. Going to get hit by the Thunderstrike together with the Stifling Dagger. Kinetic Field going to put him in place for a little while, as he does have Impale. As Spike Carapace doesn't manage to hit a stun, the Glimpse going to put him back, as the Impale does hit MP. Could potentially see another kill picked up here, but the Scythe combo from no one. A nicely timed TP there to pick up that kill. This is a nice turnaround from them. Death Pulse going to pick up Jabs as he is unsuccessful in killing Solo. And Solo's going to be on out of there. Or never mind, it's not Solo, it's Roger. Roger's going to be safe. That's cool. Nice go in there. Did he just... Wait, I have to watch that again. Did he just pull it just by knocking it up? How? What? That... You could do that? What? That's crazy. I didn't know you could do that. That's nuts. Okay. Alright. Gonna try that out in games now. For those of you not immediately looking, that was really cool. Roger, who is on the Nyx Assassin, used the Impale to knock a camp up all the way. Right at the perfect timing that if the camp is in the air, when the minute timer comes for the camps to get spawned again, it actually stacks the camp. I didn't know that, but yeah. You can check and look at it again if you want. Just get the quick rewind on this video, but pretty sick, I'd say. Pretty sick from him. As 30 seconds till the batting runes go up, we'll see how both teams are positioning around. As actually both teams looking potentially to be aggressive on the bottom side of the map. The Chen with the Alpha Wolf Hellbear Smasher combo to be pretty aggressive here. As Cyana Trap goes out into solo, he's gonna get hit with some Divine Favor, but the Meld not going to be able to lock him down. Rolling Thunder does get committed bottom, however, Serpent Wards also get committed here onto Ramsey's. Potential trouble here as Ice is going to be able to pick up that kill. Dream Cola going to be the return from Pasha, however, going to try to potentially pick up another kill on a DJ, but Serpent Wards are going to zone him out along with Ice. Nice use of the Serpent Wards here to both secure the kill as well as get some push in. It's Pasha in a bit of trouble here as Lucifer Orb doesn't put him as far away from his enemies as he'd like it to be. Ice and Fnatic. Abed gonna come into the tree line here. Swashbuckle gonna finish off the Virtus.Pro offlaner here as things are getting a little bleak for Virtus.Pro in this situation. Kind of surprising considering the draft they currently have. Who knows though? Maybe Ramses is the answer. Maybe he's the boy that'll lead them to victory. Have faith. I say, have faith. But yeah, Solo being pretty aggressive with the way he is walking up into the bottom jungle here, but he's just getting a response from the TA. Fortunately enough, not getting close enough to receive the wrath of TA, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, you really see the differences of what's happening here. Like, no one is farming mid, whereas Abed is left completely, enabling Jabs and DJ to pick up that farm and instead being efficient with the jungle. Yeah, the Necros really can't jungle too consistently, especially since Mud Golems are in the way of that. That's gonna be sucky. What the heck was that? I don't know, but yeah. I mean, Fnatic are in a pretty commanding position. Best thing they can do right now is get more kills to that Templar Assassin, get him scaled up so he has his Desolator Blink combo, and potentially a BKB at the right timing as well. Yep. Again with last game. Virtus.Pro have a lot of magic damage, so BKB is high priority in this situation. Wouldn't be surprised to see it potentially out from both the Phantom Assassin and the Templar Assassin. As Smoke out from Fnatic, potentially looking for a play here. Ice going to come in from the backside. No one's getting glimpsed in together with Stag Storm Connect Field combo. Dreamcoil going to go down to the Pangolier. See potentially in danger. Hunt comes down as they try to secure that last kill. The return kill comes across from both Ovelers and go Doa from both sides. Serpent Watch coming in, however, on the Ramsey. Spectral Dagger, however, going to let him phase out of that situation. Safe and sound. The blink out from Abed as he does have his dagger. Going to try and use the side blade to get with the refraction to get some more damage. Ooh, with the lave. Is it going to be there? The side blades hit. Oh, doesn't manage to finish Pasha. He does use his one to activate and give him a little bit of heal. As trade across from both sides, favor towards Fnatic since they have the priority in the lane now. As Impale actually going to Jabs change the advantage now towards the way of Fnatic, or no, towards the way of Virtus.Pro actually, as they pick up another kill. So advantage to them. Abe going to try and get the dive to make the reclaim and the return kill, but the TP from no one is prompt, and so is the Scythe, as it comes down and reaps his life. Wow, what a phrase. But yeah, that is now very bad for Fnatic, as they lose three for one. That's what it was. Yep, 3 for 1, including their mid laner, who they really wanted to get a kill there, I think. And yeah, that sucks. They're offlaner too as well. Pangolier gonna be the victim of that Dream Coil. Yeah. So the combo's there. Pasha really being prompt with the Dream Coil, denying the flank from Ice. I think Ice is gonna potentially have to be a lot more careful here. I think he's at risk to getting punished, so might have to go BKB this game, I think, as he decides to offer the earn purchase next. Not sure how well that's gonna pan out, but could be something they do need, especially against the Spectre, who's probably going to be way too tanky at this point in the game. Or, no, not at this point in the game. I mean, if the Spectre is having a bad day and does need to go defense, he's going to go something like Vanguard, but a slight diversion from the path here, as Ramsey is going to commit towards a Manta style first item. That's going to be interesting. Maybe pretends looking to use the Spectre, yeah, since the Spectre didn't really get a good laning phase. Potentially just using it to farm. Or using the Manta to fight, actually. As well as split push, using that movement speed to his advantage. We'll see how it works out for him. We won't see how it works out for him. I gotta stop saying it. It's hurting me now. It's become my
Not
boon.
much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, Virtus.Pro now taking
They're beating
command of
on
the middle
Dire's
lane.
top tower.
As Roger going to use his smoke to get with Vendetta to maneuver and make the rotation around.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take
Fnatic are
this
in command of the
appeal.
bottom jungle, however,
Looks
so
like Dire
not
fortified
really too
construction.
much in terms of like the trade of
Dire's top
map
tower is under
presence, but
attack.
Roger actually not going to get spotted out from a
Radiant's
ward
middle
yet,
tower
as,
could
oh
use some
no, the
help.
ward does spot him. Range creep going to
They're beating
indicate
on
that
Dire's top
Fnatic know where
tower.
he is. He's going to make a quick exit though, so Spike Carapace stuns up Abed.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't
DJ
have to
gonna
take this
commit the
appeal.
Serpent Wards for this push here, as
Dire's top tower is
the
under
mid-tier
attack.
one doesn't have any backdoor protection, and that's going to
Where
be
did Radiant's
another
middle
tower
tower
towards the
go?
way Fnatic. So we're building up that gold lead again, as they had a slight misstep earlier with their team fighting.
Attacks in Dire's top tower?
Ooh, also another stack can be cleaned up from Abed here. Things just looking worse and worse for Virtus.Pro as they are locked out more and more from their side of the map. But the return tower is going to come down on the top side for Virtus.Pro, so that's some more gold towards them, and the deficit gets a little smaller. Take a look at the items across the board here. Chen with a solid boots ward combo. Good to see that. Spectre does have that Yasha now, so will advance the rest of his Manta style, it seems. Necrophos with that, ooh, mech build. Ooh, he's actually the one with all the farms, so no one's opting to go the Radiance instead. That's cool. Okay, I like that, yeah. I pretty much like the Radiance this game either way, but the Radiance from the Necrophos is pretty surprising. Does have all the gold this game though, so that's going to be pretty important, as they are pinging out no one here, potentially the target of their wrath. Could be a big pick off, as they do manage to get the glimpse out. Kinetic Field not going to lock him into the Static Storms. That's going to be an issue. It's Dream Coil denies Ice's entrance into the fight. The Shield Grow Up Blake actually going to enable him to get killed here. And another pickup from Virtus.Pro using that Scythe, as Roger going to go behind the tower and pick up another stun using the Impale. That's going to finish off DJ, as Fnatic can't really do anything other than fall back. Yeah. The issue with the early Blink Dagger buy from Abed is just that he's not able to use to be aggressive right now, which is a shame. It's mostly just because Virtus.Pro are like executing so well. Staying in the back and really denying as much as they can. Using their counter picks to their advantage, I think, with how well they went out. I think if he got locked in the Static Storm, things would be a lot different. Yeah. I think they would have the freedom to jump onto no one there if he was locked in the Static Storm, but MP as well as Abed not able to do damage through Ghost Shroud, so they're going to have to give that kill up a little early, as Abed doesn't spot Roger out here, but Roger doesn't spot him. Pings out from Roger to potentially look for someone picking up this way, but no one's there. The ward actually going to spot out Roger here, as Abed does not take notice. You see him, buddy? You see him? Potentially? No? Okay. Yeah, he does see him, so he did use the Silent Trap to try and pop him. That's going to stun him up due to Spike Carapace, but Fnatic are all over this bottom lane. Probably just looking for some presence in the jungle here. Yep, they want to lock out of the jungle as much as they can, or lock Virtus.Pro out of the jungle as much as they can, but the problem is Virtus.Pro are just going to go to the side of the map that they have more pressure in, which is the top side. Though since the tier 2 is gone now, Virtus.Pro really have no business being on that side of the map anymore, whereas Fnatic still have a tier 2 to pick up, so they're going to try and go for that. Roger's not going to get spotted in the trees here, looks like. Yep, the Psionic Trap not going to be able to spot him, but he's going to make his quick exit out, as the Snake Wards are committed just to make sure it's the bottom tier 2 does go down. But yeah. Yep, gold is pretty much dead even here. Virtus.Pro actually being the one with the kill advantage, but since Fnatic do have the momentum here, they're going to go for... They're going to have access to more of the jungle camps and therefore more gold. No one still has so much gold. Did he finish his Sacred Relic? Yep. And he's going to be on the swift road to Radiance here, as the Necrophos surprisingly being the strongest pick in the game right now. Yeah, I mean, I bash on the Necrophos pick a lot, but I mean, if it does well, it does well. No one obviously using it to a pretty proficient extent, as he is the highest net worth in the game right now. Spectre falling a little farther behind, 1k behind him, but still pretty competitive with Abed nonetheless. How is he farming so fast? Like, the side blades from TA are what make her farm fast. I think it's just... Does he have the... Yep. Yeah, I think he's just using his Spectral Dagger as much as he can, which is pretty much clearing waves whenever he needs to. As well as just the Spectre just being overall pretty tanky here, and the Desolate making it so that he can finish up those tankier jungle camps faster. Yep. That's pretty much how he's doing it. I like it. It's cool. as a smoke out from Virtus.Pro, potentially looking for some fights here. Abed might be in a bit of danger. Smoke is popped from Roger, so does get spotted from Abed as the links goes out onto him. He's going to be able to activate his spike carapace in order to stop this, the follow-up from Abed. The stun going to go out of him as Pasha potentially looking for a potential aggressive stance. Misses the blink and the vision on Abed, so Fnatic are going to get away scot-free there in exchange for Virtus.Pro smoke. Pretty worthy trade, I'd say, overall. As Roger rotating towards the top side together with Ramses. In all likelihood, just looking for this top side. Whereas Fnatic instead opt to give that and go for a pick here on a no one who does manage to finish his Radiant. So gonna be a little bit of a harder kill for Fnatic. Claims the 3-man Dream Coil comes down. The rest of the fight gonna be harder as the PA actually gets scythed. The burst damage with the return from the puck gonna be able to lock that down. As a pause here from Fnatic. Nope, a pause out from Ramses as he seems to be having some issues here. Ramses looking like he's good now. Gonna get back in this fight. Things are looking pretty dangerous overall. Surfboards are committed in this fight, as well as the Haunt from Ramses. Gonna lock down Abed to get with that impale to finish him off. DJ is also gonna get picked up here on the back end as it's yikes, 4-0 in favor of Virtus.Pro. Looks like they're gonna move straight towards Roche after that. That's gonna be a smart choice, as Fnatic don't really have the buybacks to commit to stop that. Ice is gonna be the last remaining survivor here, as Rolling Thunder on cooldown. So he's not going to be able to contest this Roshan here, really, at all. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I think Fnatic, I would have said so. Like, you're going to have a hard time killing this Necrophos, especially if you just don't lock him down. Which is unfortunate, the Static Storm not being long enough to finish him off. The Mechanism, along with the Radiance Blind, making it pretty hard for Fnatic's carries to pick up that kill, but the Phantom Assassin eventually will get a BKB following his Yasha purchase, it seems. MP might just be accelerating that build and forgoing the Yasha in favor of the BKB first. I'd like that idea potentially too, but Abed, instead the BKB, gonna get that Desolator first, really just needing that follow-up, or just that increased right-click, I think, as well as the Armor Corruption to punch through the both the Necrophos as well as the Spectre. Yeah. I can see where Virtus.Pro are going. They're solo laners since they've had like a decent laning phase. No one really they're really uncontested mid, so you don't really have too much trouble getting farm. Are very tanky heroes overall, and Fnatic are having a harder time dealing with that. The Phantom Assassin is going to make it easier in the later parts of the game, as well as the team with that armor melt or armor corruption. But at this point in the game, the guys who are getting tanky are starting to get tanky, whereas the guys who are meant to bust tanks are not exactly at that point yet. So Virtus.Pro are going to take advantage of that timing. Use it to garner a lead. It generates 2k gold in their favor. DJ gonna go for the deny on the mid tower there. Denied some gold out from them. Or deny some gold from Virtus.Pro. As Abed with a nice psionic trap line on the bottom lane. Really not much else to talk about right now because there's nothing going on. But let's take a look. Ramsey's gonna opt for a diffusal blade now. Okay, yeah, so I see the build. Gonna go just for the complete mana drain. Try and focus on the backline potentially with Haunt. And not die from the PA or the TA. And just generally try to escape from them if you're trying to fight them. Or if you do find them in a fight. I think that's our approach, as the Necrophos combined together with the puck gonna be the main source of pressure onto these two guys here. The Fan Assassin and the Templar Assassin. The MP actually is going for his BKB first, commits to the recipe, so it's just need the Ogre Axe now. Instead, as Fnatic potentially looking for a jump out on a solo. Kinetic Field together, the Static Storm's going to pick him up, as Jab's probably going to pay the price here. Glimpse not going to be enough to prevent 3 members of Fnatic from claiming his body, but I mean, solo's worth more gold, so it's a good pick overall, I'd say. So, a good play from Jabs, I think. He was in a bad situation and turned it into a pretty okay one, so I can't really make any complaints. As Virtus.Pro now, since in the lead, are going to try and push their objectives. They don't have the same split push pressure without the Shadow Shaman, so yeah, things will be a little more difficult for them overall, but the ones in the lead are up on the front. No one going to be a pretty big deterrent from Fnatic continuing to fight, as he does pick up the Aegis from the last Roshan. Also has a Lotus Orb. Wow, really emphasizing on staying alive here. Denying the Shadow Shaman lockdown from him. The glimpse as well from the Disruptor if he does manage to get it off in time. But Abed in this bottom lane here isn't aware that other members of Virtus.Pro are here together with no one to potentially pressure him. Smoke's going to come out from those two supports as the members of Fnatic are on the ward spot here. Looks like, yeah, Fnatic pretty much just going to back off of here as no one playing like he has some guys behind him. So they give up on that. Can't really guess how many people are there, but really afraid of a 5-man committed here. Or 4-man committal onto that guy. As Ramsey's just gonna hide himself for a little bit. Ice, ice, ice. Doing his best to match up in the lanes. But yeah, pretty much just Virtus.Pro being a lead here that allows him to get this tower here uncontested. But Fnatic can't really afford to make a fight there, especially with the lack of information they have as to the whereabouts of the rest of Fnatic, but they can make an educated guess and conclude that it's not worth defending. Yeah. What do we need as a comeback from Fnatic? We need MP to probably get a Basher, an MKB or some sort like that as Haunt gets committed actually to kill Ice Ice Ice. The Impale together with the burst from the puck going to be able to lock him down. That's going to be a quick kill on the offlaner. Nice return kills. Possibly no one in a dangerous position here. 3 members of Fnatic try and collapse on him, but the Lotus Orb is there to lock him down. Kinetic Field going to keep him in place as no one does also get Stack Storm on him with a Serpent Ward going to lock him in place. That's going to be Aegis down. Potentially dangerous situation for him as Solo going to get punished here to try in as he does try to save his mid laner, but no one yet with the Rolling Thunder is going to get claimed. A big gold swing going over to Fnatic. There's 600 gold, a 5 times kill streak down for him. Unfortunately, it's a little too late to put that Necrophos behind the gold, as he does still have a large chunk, but that was a decent hit to their economy. So I'll say a pretty good result for Fnatic there. No one really just kind of overextending where he didn't really have anything else to claim on this side of the map. Virtus.Pro have mid lane and racks to cover, and that's it. They have the shrines to get for the next Roshan. That's going to be their goal probably, is to break high ground so they can get those shrines. And try to finish out this game probably, as Ramses is finished up with his defusal. So can look for an aggressive jump in onto the backline in this game. It's Pasha split pushing and being generally overall annoying. Does have a blink dagger now and has opted for not Veil but potentially Lincoln's Orb, it seems. Going to be the solution to keeping him safe. And a Yule's afterwards. So no Veil Dagon, no burst available from him. Burst is going to be out from the Necrophos, but the Necrophos is also just built tanky, so there's potential for an issue in damage here. The Spectre will supplement it with Haunt, I think, in most cases, so you shouldn't be too much to worry about that, as well as just the overall tankiness from Virtus.Pro making less DPS still manageable. I think, yeah, you can really still work, with a lower DPS, especially with the Heartstopper Radiance from no one and Dispersion from Ramses. Yeah, I like the overall draft. It's pretty creative for Virtus.Pro to go with this approach. I think no one else has really done it like this way. They've used the Necrophos pick, but not like in a way that no one has done it. Like no one has pretty much gone away with it pretty cleanly. Would have had a lot more trouble against a hero that does better against Necro. I wouldn't say Templar Assassin is the most optimal pick, but if Abed did win that lane, he would have ran away with the game, I think. That's unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, Abed really using his traps to gain vision on the high ground. So it's good for him managing to spot out Virtus.Pro in the jungle. Make sure the entrances to jungle are relatively safe, though nothing is truly safe when you're playing against an Nyx Assassin. You're not playing against an Nyx Assassin. I'm so lost. No, you are playing against an Nyx Assassin. He's there. Why'd I miss him? Good old Roger there. But Abed gonna use the psionic traps to break down the waves mid and prevent them from pushing the mid wave with ease. So instead, Fnatic are gonna make the rotation towards the bottom side of the map, try and catch Pasha out here, who unfortunately does manage to get the TP out away as he blinks into the trees. Gets up pretty cleanly, so he's good there. Fnatic wasting a little bit of time and therefore losing pressure on mid. Abed gonna pop another psionic trap to tear down the wave, but the death pulse is there to keep them a little healthier as Solo recalls Pasha into the area. 4 members of Virtus.Pro here. Haunt is available too, so essentially 5 members of Virtus.Pro are mid. And there has to be some sort of response here from Fnatic. They're pinging out the bottom wave here, potentially looking for the barracks. As Ramsey is going to be the one to commit to defending this. This could potentially be dangerous as he's the only one here. DJ going to go for the Serpent Wards out into the tower. Wave is already dead though, thanks to Ramsey's Spectral Dagger. And not much progress to be made here by Fnatic. A pretty realistic blunders. The Dream Coil goes on to MP, denies the entry from Ice, who also committed Static Storm and Rolling Thunder. So Fnatic out of a lot of ultis here, whereas Virtus.Pro baited them out pretty handedly. Yeah, I can see Virtus.Pro winning in the next 10 minutes, 5 minutes even, if they get a good fight here. If a kill comes out in next minute or so, that's pretty dangerous. But Virtus.Pro instead going to be content with that tier 1 or that tier 2, and instead look to probably rotate towards the bottom lane. Or no, looks like it was just ice signaling the possible rotation. So Fnatic gonna try and dodge that out. DJ gonna TP on out of there with Abed as the bounty runes are locked down. Yep, looks like that's what Virtus.Pro are really looking for. All 4 are going the way of Virtus.Pro this time, so you can really tell how the game's going right now. MP does have his BKB out now. Once he gets his Basher, he'll be a pretty sizable force to be reckoned with, though no way to bypass that the tankiness of both carries on Virtus.Pro. More reliant on the TA, I guess, with the armor reduction. And TA is going for a nullifier, so good choice there. Make sure that no one doesn't manage to get off his Lotus Orb or Guardian Grease Purge. But things are looking pretty grim here for Fnatic. Have to make a stand at some point, and really, when is the best point to make a stand here? As Haunt gets committed. Looks like Ramsey's possibly going towards the back line here, as instead use the zone. Spotting out DJ in the side possibly, but the Haunt immediately going to get killed. Since Hex, I believe, kills Illusions immediately. That's going to be Haunt wasted by Ramsey's. He's going to have to go top lane in order to shrine and cover the top wave in a quick second here. As Fnatic get a quick breath. Nice, quick, easy break here for them. Since Virtus.Pro made that slight mistake. Who am I saying Virtus.Pro? It was Ramsey's. Ramsey's made a slight mistake. Could have been the call for the Haunt, maybe. And they, nothing happened. That's probably it, as Fnatic are smoked up here with a 3-man squad. Not a good idea, I think, here. Especially if you're looking for Virtus.Pro, who are pretty much all grouped together this entire time. Like, ever since they left middle. Ramsey's just joined up with everyone else, and they're all together with a range of helping each other. Jab's going to try and set some vision here in the mid lane as gets immediately removed thanks to the Sentry Ward, which does not spot out the other Sentry Ward from Jabs, unfortunately. But Virtus.Pro do have Roshan up now, but haven't taken the top Dire Shrine yet, so nor have they taken high ground, so a little behind on the schedule of what they'd probably want at this point in the game, being in the lead and all. But it can be supplemented with a potential kill mid, as no one is in the middle lane. The ping is going to come out from Ice, indicating that he is there. Ping's going to potentially be there so that he can get jumped on as the Spirit Vessel together with the Rolling Thunder, which does get pump faked. Spirit Vessel charge going to get purged immediately from no one there using the Lotus Orb. Does also have Guardian Grease as a backup to use. As the glimpse goes down from him, Static Storm, Rose Kinetics. Field gonna lock him down. No one does still have the Lotus Orb, but he is getting taken out pretty fast as Ghost Crowd finally comes in. Gonna come back full stop into that Ghost Crowd heal increase as the 3-man Dream Coil comes down, locking down 2 members of Fnatic. Gonna be the support's gonna go down as buyback is committed from DJ there. So Abed trying to get away from Ramsey's here. The dust going to come out, however, making him pretty useless overall. He goes down. Buyback going to be pinned from the supports of Fnatic here, so he's looking for a potential turnaround from Fnatic. Looking to try and get a better fight here, but a lot of the ultis are missing. No one's really the one you want to try and kill here before he gets Ghost Shroud off, but Ghost Shroud goes off again. Slow along with Death Pulse, so actually the Psy Blade's going to be a pretty good way. Abed pretty skillfully taking down his opponent. There's no one going to be the casualty. TP gonna get canceled from Rogers. His kill streak is also gonna get claimed. That's pretty good the way of them. So that's pretty nice. Okay.
Tells me we haven't
Yeah,
seen
so
the last
Fnatic with that victory are going to secure Roshan. Buyback's pretty much the only reason they won that fight. So they're going to have to make it count. Ooh, a Gem of True Sight also spotted. That's going to go the way of, I think, Ice Ice Ice, right?
have to take this
He should be the
abuse?
one. No? Instead... Oh, DJ's the one with it. Okay. Jabs was the one who died that last fight. My apologies. Jabs was also the one who committed his buyback first before DJ, but both do not currently have buyback, if I remember correctly, as the buyback status seems to be, yep, a solid no.
Let's go.
Though, yeah. Abed also committed his buyback, so yeah. Fnatic really need a lot out of this victory in that last fight. And they're really gonna press for it. As, the gold deficit gets reduced down to 2k. Pasha gonna not see MP here. So MP tries to get a potential blink strike, pops the Lincolns immediately with that hex into the straight shadow shackles. So a pretty good execution there from Fnatic. Gonna pick up the kill onto Virtus.Pro's offlaner, who was a little slow on the slow on the punch, I'd say. Fnatic again looking to be aggressive on the opposite side of the map here, but there are more Virtus.Pro members here as no one gets spotted out by that psionic trap. Yep, good thing Fnatic didn't go for that. That's good for him as smoke out from Fnatic. 3 members available going towards the mid lane here. Spotting Ramsey's out, uses the psionic trap. That's going to guarantee a glimpse back into the static storm. BKB going to be popped out both carries from Fnatic here. Looking to lock down Ramsey. He's dead. That's an immediate kill out. Results produced there, but the buyback is committed. Doesn't have Haunt to get back into the fight though as Jabs gets picked off from Pasha on the back end. Abed really just trying to make his escape here, but the Radiance is burning him down. Doesn't have Refraction to enable him to escape. Meld going to be available, but instead he's going to save his Blink Dagger for when the Aegis pops. Doesn't save Refraction, though, as the instant Spectral Dagger on him right as he comes out of it. Yep, that's the reason why you want to save Refraction, but yeah, I mean, there's no way to get past that. That was a guaranteed proc with the Spectral Dagger, so I guess it's a turnaround there for Virtus.Pro as Ice Ice Ice. What are you doing? That was foolish. Tried to cut the wave there, but instead just dies. Kills most of the wave, but the cannon is still there. That is controlled by the Chen, so it will enable them to push, at least, if they have the firepower to break through the tower. Since backdoor protection will be off with the tower, or with the cannon, or with Siege Creep's presence. God, that took 3 times to get that right. Holy moly. But yeah. I mean, it's pretty much what happened last time. As Pasha gets recalled towards the mid lane. Backdoor protection should go... Oh, it doesn't actually... Oh, no, it does go off, yeah. Okay, so... Buyback gonna get committed from Ice 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 here. Abed, however, still in a 90-second dieback, so won't be able to be here for the defense of this Rax. If Fnatic do actually get caught out here, it is potentially game over for them, as all buybacks have been committed in the previous fight. Virtus.Pro, though, also have committed a good amount of buybacks. MP has buyback, as well as the 2 sports on Virtus.Pro, as well as no one. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot more for potential for Virtus.Pro since they do have more buybacks available, but who knows? Yeah, I think they need to wait for Abed, which sucks. I mean, Fnatic have to watch 2 lanes of Rax go down as the bottom lane melee's gonna get sliced open. Bottom lane range soon to follow, as well as the mid lane Rax 2 in just a second here, probably. As smoke out for Fnatic, trying to catch Ramses off guard here on the mid tier 3. Instead, the jump out is going to be on the supports. Here's a missed static field. Static Storm with the kinetic field going to be able to not pick up Pasha, who manages to phase shift and probably blink on out of there. Solo going to be instead the target here. As the Dream Coil locks down Ice 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 on the last bit of the Rolling Thunder. Stun going to go on MP together with the Sight. That's going to be the burst down to get that MP down. But he does have buyback here, so he's going to try to still turn around this fight as Ice 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 swashbuckles himself on out of there. Buyback also committed by Solo too, but Solo's not going to be anywhere near enough to help him out. He TP towards the bottom shrine. Fnatic still not looking too good here as their last tier 3 does go down. Yep, this is not good. 11k lead out for Virtus.Pro. Virtus.Pro is a composition that just is stronger if they're ahead. And fortunately for them, they managed to get those early kills with the aggression from the puck. Oddly enough, Fnatic had the ability to fight back at some points in the game, but just some missteps here and there. More so on the fact that Virtus.Pro executed their team fights very well. But Fnatic are still putting up a good fight. I can't count them out of the fight yet, but they are severely lacking in the damage they need to burst down these heroes. And as the lead widens, so does the health bars of all these heroes that they're trying to kill, including Spectre and the Necrophos. No one now together with the BKB to deny the Static Storm, as well as the Glimpse. Really, I mean, in all honesty, I don't want to be harsh, but Jabs is really screwing up those Static Storm Glimpse Connect Field combos. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but yeah, pretty not good. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. But he does have a Glimmer Cape now, potentially gonna help out his teammates and save them. As Ice now looking to finish up his pipe here, doing his best to be a nice Aura Pango, help out his team. MP, we'll see who he decides to go. Should be an MKB. Nope, instead opt for a Nullifier. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, the only evasion is available from the Radiant, so if you have BKB, you can't bypass it. The Nullifier is gonna disable no one pretty well. So, if Fnatic do happen to reach that power spike, might be a turn of events we might see. But the Nullifier is also able to be blocked by the Lotus Orb. So, it'll be interesting if no one has the reaction speed he needs. Does have an insane amount of attack speed though, as you can see attack speed talent. Opting for that to maximize his damage outputs with his right clicks instead of anything else. But yeah. Looks like Virtus.Pro marching upon the last lane of Rax here. Dire situation for the Dire, as this is probably going to be their last stand. Still 12k behind. We'll see how things pan out, as pretty much no one has buyback except for no one and I believe Roger. So should be a tough fight here for both sides. No buybacks left, no chances left. As they do advance upon these Rex, the range Rex is going to be the victim of this Gen Catapult here. You want to try and kill it, right? Hello? It's just getting free hits on the Rex. Oh god. Yep, that sucks. Oy. So that's going to be unfortunate, as the Lotus Orb comes out from no one. Doesn't have it available next for the Nullifier that's about to come out onto him. BKB is also available. Bash goes down. Han immediately jump out onto... Oh my god. Abed goes down almost immediately. Buybacks almost immediately to do, as no one commits his BKB. That's going to be a 10-second BKB. Officially down now, as the Glimpse is available from Jabs. Centaur Stop, however, going to deny that to you with that Linken's Orb and Glimpse. Sentry Orb to deny the utility of the Glimpse, but the Linken's Orb is there to prevent that Glimpse from coming out. So yeah, I mean that sucks. Virtus.Pro have one lane of one barracks building left to go down. That would be Mega Cruise for them. Really nice execution there, pulling the trigger immediately with the execution. Ramsey's going with that instant haunt, switching immediately to his illusion and getting that Abyssal Blade off. A nice buy from him, keeping it nice and hidden from the rest of the Fnatic. So they're going to have to respect that now, as Virtus.Pro pretty much need all the tools they need to win. Spectre pretty hard to contest in a late game situation. Fnatic are really just going to need some time. They just need some time, and they need to get it by killing a Spectre, I think. Or a Necrophos, but the Necrophos is going to be hard, especially since he has all those defensive items. But Pasha, going to grab that quick Arcane Rune. This MP picks up an Illusion Rune. Roger, surprisingly enough, not being really a deciding factor in a lot of these fights. The Nyx Assassin not really getting any vision, not really setting up for any initiating impales, but still being there, so that's cool. Solar Crest was a Blink Impale being a nice follow-up after the initiation. So, I mean, he doesn't have to be in the initiator, which is nice for him, especially as a support. Lets him to peel his backline. Peel for his backline, as VP in the advantage going to look for a smoke play. Jab's going to try and use his Glimmer to walk out in the mid, potentially pop some smokes, as all the members of Fnatic are in the tree line here. We'll see if anything gets spotted out yet. No, unfortunately not. Ping's going to go out, indicating all the members of Fnatic are in the bush line here, as the Bash goes out immediately out on Abed. Things are looking big for DJ here, as he is eventually going to go down. Fnatic also going to pick up Jabs here in a quick second. Virtus.Pro never mind picking up Jabs here, as Abed managed to activate his BKB, but the Scythe is there to lock him down. Reflection not going to be enough to keep him alive as he goes down. That's going to be a dieback from him, as Fnatic are probably going to have to call GG out here, as the game should be coming to its conclusion. Well, we're wrong. Uh, the fact
Dire
that they couldn't
structures are
kill the
fortified.
Necrophos and they let the Necrophos get his items. The mech was really nice as the final attempt from My Size with the Rolling Thunder, trying to get a kill out here onto Solo. Oh, just barely not going to be able to pick it up as Lincoln's does get broken by Stifling Dagger. Swashbuckle not going to be able to claim him as he tries to get in range. Shield Crash going to be there too. GG Call is out there. Is he going to die before the Ancient explodes? It looks like he will not. As Virtus.Pro gets that game to victory 1-1 here in Losers Finals. Looks like both finals in each bracket are actually going to be a best of 3. So we'll look forward to that. As a side note here, that was an off game from Jabs. Not as on point as we'd like him to be with that disruptor, but happens. Unfortunately for Fnatic, that might not be the choice for next game, so might be an issue bringing that disruptor up in the draft next round. But game 3, so and it is both teams' tournament life on the line here. As, it'll be their ticket to the finals if they win, and a ticket home if they lose. But that's going to be it for game 2. As always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. That's going to be the video. Love you guys. That's weird. Never mind. I hate you. Never mind. Peace. That's terrible. Alright, guys. See you later. Peace.